Hello again, everyone. Keta Kosman, publisher of Madison's Lumber Report. Here we are now at the very beginning of December. And so we've had the big US Thanksgiving holiday just happened this past weekend. And this is the time now where we can start to say what is happening to the end of the year for forestry and the lumber industry. So what I'm going to do here is 3 videos in a row. Right now, I'm showing you those benchmark 2x4 prices that we show all the time. Western spruce, eastern spruce, and southern pine. These are all standard grade, number 2 and better. They meet the building code, and they can be used interchangeably to build any normal North American, European, Japanese house, or even the low-rise condo and townhomes. And so I'm going to do a bit of a more deep dive, comparing specifically those prices against each other and against the other grades within the same species, because most of the time the number 2 and better is the leader, and because it's sold at the highest volume, and so that demand drives the market. The number 3 utility lumber has different purposes, and so does not always follow. It's typical that within a couple of weeks that price will start changing. Sometimes, as has happened recently, when housing construction is not going great, but demand for other uses, specifically in terms of number 3, packaging and crating. It's used to make pallets. It's used for other things, but in general, that is a large amount of what number 3 lumber gets used into. And there was a time in the past couple of years when consumer demand was very high, and the need for packaging and crating was much greater than what was happening for housing construction. And so that price did not necessarily follow as the 2x4 2 and better price changed. And then the number 4 economy is used most often. It's a very low grade. It does not meet the visibility requirement, and there's often checks. It might be waning. It's used for railway ties and these kind of industrial purposes. So let's have a look. Quite a few graphs coming up here now. All of these are screenshots that I took from my dashboard, which is what my customers log into to see what the prices are every week. And so here is the table that I show of benchmark items. You can see the list: western spruce, southern pine, eastern spruce, 2x4 studs, etc. This week compared to last week, not much change. And compared to 1 month ago, these items are mostly up slightly. This is the same data presented as a graph, is a 2-year rolling price history, so from November 2022 to present, showing a pretty stable line compared to what we were having a couple of years ago when the price volatility was so extreme. And so here we have now specifically western spruce 2x4 number 2 and better. The price currently is $470 US per 1,000 board feet, which is almost exactly where it was 2 years ago, except at that time it was falling sharply, and this time it is leveling off. Last year, same week, it was $414. Moving on to southern yellow pine on the east side, 2x4 currently at US $390 per 1,000 board feet. It is lower than it was last year and 2 years ago, and last year it was moving up, while in 2022 it was coming down. The price range for this item during this year has been between $330 and $485 per 1,000 board feet. Moving on to eastern spruce pine fir 2x4, currently at US $590 per 1,000, slightly higher than it was 2 years ago, but once again, 2 years ago this price was dropping. For this same week, both last year and in 2022, this price was exactly $525 per 1,000 board feet. This graph I made in my dashboard. All my customers are able to do a custom comparison of whichever items they choose. So you can see specifically those western spruce, eastern spruce, southern pine 2x4 prices and the movement over the past 2 years compared to each other. This is the basic subscription view. And now coming up, the deluxe and premium. We're rolling those out coming up in January 2025. And so here you can see the deluxe view showing 5-year rolling history of these items. And this does capture that volatility that I was talking about from back in 2021 and 2022. And then this is what premium subscribers can see, a 10-year rolling price history. And this subscription does include 17 macroeconomic indicators. Okay, great. And so that was Western Spruce, Eastern Spruce, Southern Pine on the east side, 2x4 against each other, showing you 2-year, 5-year, 10-year rolling history. Now I'm going to show you each of those, Western Spruce, Eastern Spruce, Southern Pine, against their own other grades, number 2, number 3, and number 4. These graphs are going to go by real quick. Go ahead and pause. This is Western Spruce 2x4, number 2 and better, number 3 and number 4 as a 2-year. Here we have a 5-year. As I was saying, the previous graph was what basic subscribers see. This is what deluxe subscribers see. And then here we have 10-year rolling history of those 3 items, what the premium subscribers will have a look at coming up in January. Now we have same thing, Eastern Spruce Pine Fir, 2x4, number 2 and better, number 3 utility, and number 4 economy, 2 years. Here we have 5 years. You can see those great price increases, never seen before, and most likely never to be seen again. And then once more, now Southern Yellow Pine, 2x4, number 2 and better, number 3 utility, and number 4 economy, 2 years. And here we have 3 years, which both the deluxe and premium subscribers are able to see when they have their login to the dashboard. Now, because Southern Yellow Pine is traded in 3 zones, East, Central, and West, here we have number 2 and better 2x4, prices 2 years compared to each other, and then here we have 3 years of those prices, capturing some of that volatility in the early part of 2022 before things started to settle down again. And here we have 5 years of those 3 prices for this item compared to each other. Okay, fabulous. I hope that helps give people an idea of what is going on with the lumber market as we have the historical perspective and now are looking forward to next year and the spring building season. And so if you like what you see here, click like so this video will get recommended to other viewers. Subscribe here on YouTube so you'll be notified when we make another update. And if you need more than these quick overviews that I do on YouTube or post on the website, in the caption here is a form to fill out to request a sample. And we will send you what is the list of those 500 individual softwood lumber and panel commodity prices that we track and what is the price for that week. And we will also send you the commentary explaining why those prices are changing. And that's what my customers log into and see in the dashboard every week. So act quickly because we are holding a sale. It's a 15% discount. Prices will be going up in January. So if you order now for January 1st, you will lock in your rate at this 15% discount for the full year and be able to get all of this information for yourself every week instead of waiting until I make a YouTube of a small snapshot.
Lock in your rate now. By signing up today, you'll save 15% on your subscription for a whole year. Don't miss out.